Alright, what's up everybody? PriceIsKing.com. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe. Let's talk about Microsoft. Alright, I know a lot of you guys have been following me for the last couple of weeks. I've been telling you, get in on Microsoft. If you had missed my recommendation, look where it's at right now, guys. We're past that 382 mark, and I've been telling everybody, like, look, get in. If you missed the boat, let me tell you when the next dip is, when you want to get in, because this stock is going to continue to 400. All right, let's take a look at it, see what's going on. Let's look at the MACD on Microsoft. Look, in the past couple of days with the whole OpenAI stuff that's been happening, the CEO, my man Satya Nadella, I mean, he actually went in and, you know, he became a leader. I mean, he was a leader, but I mean, he came out really positive. He came out of a strong leader. On top of this, you saw his recent tweet about the whole AI fiasco with the whole CEO being ousted, and then, you know, what came about, right? Microsoft is a big investor in OpenAI, and with all the stuff that's going on, you know, Satya came in, he put, you know, he walked in and he talked about it, right? He tweeted and said, hey, look, thank you for everything, and it makes it all a better CEO all at the end of the day, and it's better for Microsoft at the end of the day, right? And that's why this stock is headed towards 400. You got almost $18 worth of profit if you want to look at it and take that profit. That's what's right ahead. So let's take a look at this chart right here. We're looking at the MACD, we're looking at the RSI, we got the Bollinger Bands over here. At the same time, I want to make sure I look at what's been happening, right? The past couple of weeks, all we've been seeing is an uptrend, and I've told you, when there's a dip, go ahead and get in. Some of you did, some of you didn't. There's a second dip. There were obviously a lower low here, but remember, the 50-day moving average is still above the 200-day moving average. So as long as that remains, we're still in a bull trend for this particular stock, and that's why I love Microsoft, right? With everything that's going on the fundamental side, the technical side also indicates a good continuation of an upward trend. Remember when I said last time this has to be broken, and it did. It ended up being broken. Let me zoom in so that you guys could see it. So here's the previous high that it needed to break. This is the previous high that it needed to break, and what did it did? It did do just that, right? I talked about the MACD and how we were at a point where the crossover occurred right over here, right? And we had the green, and it formed, right? And so with that continuation, we see Microsoft took that ride. We took the 50-day, it became a support. The 50-day became the support. The actual Bollinger Midband became support, and then it went up, and like I said, and I predicted that it was going to go up to the upper band, which it did. It went straight to the upper band, and there you have it, right? I mean, the next thing is just ride. So now, so those of you that missed it, when's the next big dip? Like, so now you have to actually wait, right? You can't just get in, because sure, you can certainly get in, but you know what you're going to face is that once you get in here, there's going to be a dip, right? And you got to look at the next leg down, which is going to be in the 70s, and that's when you want to actually buy, right? There's a possibility of a cross happening right here for the MACD, and when that cross happens, there's going to be profit taking. When that profit taking, it's going to put the pressure on the stock, and it'll come down into the 70s, and that's when you actually buy. Right? Look, we had an overbought condition on the RSI. You see this whole case right here on the RSI being overbought. So a lot of the indication right now shows that it's overbought. There's some room for pullback. One of the things that I'll point out here is that, you know, when this pullback happens, right, it's gonna either hold in right here on the support area, which is the 365 mark, right? That's the next support area per se, right? But then you look at this, you have the mid band, right, creeping up, then you got the 50-day creeping up, and then you got the lower Bollinger Band creeping up, right? Now, if you were to kind of take all of this into consideration, you got a lot of support, right, in this area, right? So that's when the dip happens, when this cross happens, when this RSI starts pointing negative, it's going to gravitate towards this, right? That's when you want to actually go long, right? Obviously you're going to be like, oh, wait a minute, I missed the boat, this is it. Sure, I mean, this could continue its way up, and then come down, but you don't want to just like guess, because there's no structure here that tells me that it's going to come down or it's going to continue its ride up, right? All we know is that it's been riding this upper band, it's below. Now there's this particular indicator that we see that there's a possibility of a cross happening. Now historically it hasn't gone this high in some time now, right? Whenever it did last time, it did have a little dip here, and if I were to move this up a little bit, you see how historically it's gone as high as this, come down, it's gone up as high as this, come down, a little bit over here, come down right here, right? And then when it's down here, there's a cross and boom, goes back up, right? Continues, goes back up, and that's because, remember, the cross happened over here. So we have to take that into consideration, right? We have this big leg up, it went down, big leg up, down, big leg up, actually a small leg up and then down and then boom. So what we have to do is we have to wait for that, right? If you're a long-term investor, you don't want to wait, you want to just get in and bank the $20 by 400. Sure, you can do that, but what you can do is you can add a third. Okay, this is one of my things, right? You do a third of the position that you want to buy, right? If you wanted to buy 100 shares, instead of buying 100 shares, you buy 33 now. When it goes down to here, you buy another 33, and if it goes down here, you buy the other 33. Okay, so that's what I mean. You add your positions. That's how you actually end up profiting even more, especially when you're a long investor. So now that's what's going on. Let me see if I can add some fibs to this to show you what's going on and see maybe see how much it's going up, down. Let's see the retracements. We got the high over here, we got the low over here. Alright, so when you put these retracements, the 128 is where it's at right now. Okay, very crucial, right? The fibs don't lie. We're at the 128. Let me zoom in so you know what I'm talking about. It's going to be touching the 128. As soon as it touches it, it's going to come down, and so that's where you actually go in and add position, right? Especially when you see this 120, it's right around the corner. There's going to be opportunity for it to come down a little bit. Last couple of days has gone down a lot, right? So keep in mind, we're in it for 400, so let's go get that 400, guys. And if you're an options trader, I mean, look, there's going to be a downturn in the next few days. If you're an option trader, there's an opportunity for you to get in long on those put positions and try to bank money on those, right? That's another way to actually look at it if you're an options trader, right? If you take the same strategy, the same technical analysis, you know that there's going to be a downturn in a few days. You can actually look to buy those puts, profit on it. Once it goes up, you exit out, go long, make money both ways. All right, let me know your thoughts. Appreciate some feedback. PriceIsKing.com. Let's get that 400, guys.